Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So, we have got something ridiculous here, right? There's one Dokkan Fest exclusive banner with part 1, it's cooler. And the banner unit on it is actually Piccolo. Dude, this Piccolo is like, what the hell is this? Okay, so Piccolo on his super attack is getting 30% attack and defense, and he's sealing, so that's good. But this Piccolo is guarding. He guards, he gets extra defense when he gets hit, he gives super class allies support, he's getting extra damage reduction with movie hero category allies. Dude, I'm looking at this Piccolo, and it's like, dude, like, this is set up for, like, Orange Piccolo and Ultimate Piccolo, man. Like, there's no way. Like, this, I think this Piccolo is, like, it's either him or Rakumen Goldo. I think, I'm not going to be able to just know off the top of my head, right? Like, oh, is Piccolo tanking better than Rakumen Goldo against, like, Cell Max and stuff like that? With movie heroes around, I think so. He'll be a little bit better of a tank than Rakumen Goldo. I think that this Piccolo, in terms of, like, banner units, like, he's up there, right? Like, it's actually tough now, because Rakumen Goldo are super good. You know, we got Fosh and Shilai who are up there. Now, Piccolo as well. Dude, this Piccolo is insane. Right, he's doing an awful lot. Here, let's go through all these different buffs. So, Key 1, 200% attack and even start a turn. The Key is important because, right, like, he's Piccolo. Not like his links are going to be that good. He guards, really good. He gets 50% attack and defense and medium chance to crit for 3 turns after he takes a hit. Then he gets 15% damage reduction per movie hero category ally attacking in the same turn when guard is activated. Then he gives superclass allies 2 key 30% defense. He gives another 30% attack to superclass allies if there's an extreme class enemy. Then he gets 50% attack and defense against 1 enemy and 100% defense against 2 enemies. I do like that, I guess, against multiple enemies having extra defense, but, like, holy hell, like, is he doing enough? Like, god damn. This is like a defensive monster. I think the only thing I really would say that I would really like better would be if his support was just unconditional. Just, you know, superclass allies can get their 2 key 30% defense and 30% attack without the extra condition of needing an extreme class enemy. But right now, all the toughest fights are against villains. That's going to change eventually, but right now, all the toughest fights are against villains. What is Piccolo's defense? Or, excuse me, his links. He has Brainiacs, Prodigies, what is that? Experienced Fighters, Solid Support, Namekians, Gaze of Respect, and Fierce Battle. Gaze of Respect. Does this matter right now? Let me take a look. Like, I mean, this guy's fallen off. Like, he's not what he once was, of course, right? Yeah, okay, so this guy, oh, do we think Beast Gohan and, like, Orange Piccolo and stuff could have Gaze of Respect? They could. I guess it's possible. This guy will get, like, a Dokkan Fest at some point, I think. Okay, alright, well, let's jump in. Let's go ahead and see how good he looks. Again, in terms of, like, linking buddies and stuff like that, like, it's not gonna be looking too good for him. But, like, I don't see this Piccolo taking damage a lot of the time. Because, like, once he gets that first hit right there... okay, does this Goku lower defense? I think he does. Alright, because, like, that's the guard. And then, like, once he takes the first hit, that's when the damage reduction kicks in, right? So it's like, hey, the first hit might do a little bit of damage. But on subsequent hits, like, there's no way. He's sealing as well. So he does seal enemy super attacks. That will be extra handy, I think, for, like, super battle road stages and stuff like that. Okay. Now, Rakumen Goldo, I think, is the comparison in my head that I'm looking at. They also get defense on that first hit. So both characters, right, are sort of set up in a way to where that first hit can be kind of damaging. And then extra hits after that, they'll be able to tank better. Both characters are structured in that way. Remember that Piccolo, too, does get that 50% attack and defense for 3 turns after he gets hit. So when he got hit, when he gets hit, defense activates and then his damage reduction activates. Because the way it's worded, right? 15% damage reduction per movie hero category ally, excluding himself, attacking in the same turn when guard is activated. So I believe that first hit, he doesn't have the damage reduction, right? But then every hit after that, he does. So if we're running him on a full, we got debuffed by Goku, remember that? But if we're running him with full movie hero, like, lineup right here, he's got 30% damage reduction after the first hit, plus he's guarding. I want to see what his defense looks like on this next turn. That'll be important to see. How good his defense is. Because, okay, remember, we're not going to see, because this damn Goku lowering defense is so annoying. Just because I literally just want to see what Piccolo's stats look like. On the next turn, Piccolo's defense won't be lowered anymore, but we don't have his buff up, the 50% attack and defense and medium chance to crit for 3 turns after receiving an attack, right? I do feel like a lot of times for these characters, 3 turns is a bit low, right? I think 5 turns probably should be like the minimum they should use for those buffs, I'm thinking. I don't think that they should do those 3-turn buffs, right? You know, back in the day, you know, back in 2020 and earlier and stuff like that, that type of shit would fly, but I would like these units' kits to be a little bit tighter, considering how difficult they're making the content, right? Like, for sure, these fights like Cell Max and stuff like that are some of the toughest content Dokkan has ever had, even comparing to, like, Super Battle Road and stuff like that, when they first dropped, right? So, these characters have to be designed better. I'm not bashing on Piccolo too much. I actually think this character has a great design. But that's the one nitpick I have, is that these 3-turn buffs they're just so short, right? So like, okay, this is a perfect example right here. So Piccolo doesn't have his 3-turn buff active, that extra 50%. I think, does the 50% attack and defense against one enemy, no, I think that should be procced already, right? All right, well, whatever, let's just go ahead and see. So at 181k, remember, he's getting 30% when he supers as well. And then he does get extra defense too. It's just that like, okay, so now he gets the extra 50%, so his defense is going to be looking a lot better. That initial defense of under 200k, even though he's guarding, like, guarding is not enough against these super tough bosses. But, like, now, after he took that hit, and then after he is double supering, I mean, his defense, I think, is probably close to 400k right there, with guard and with 30% damage reduction. So it's like, I feel like this Piccolo, he doesn't look quite as good as he actually is, if that makes sense, right? Like, just doing this GT Legendary Goku event is not going to show how crazy this Piccolo is. I think we'll see how nutty this Piccolo is when we go against, like, Cell Max. And I think Piccolo should be able to survive. Like, if Piccolo has his damage reduction up, and then, you know, he's got, like that hit up, like, I feel like Piccolo could probably survive a super attack from Cell Max. I think he'd be able to. Maybe. It's just Cell Max just hits... He just hits so hard. But I think Piccolo should be able to do it, right? Yeah, because you're looking at the 50% from being hit, 30% from super attack. He's got the 30% damage reduction he'd get, right? Like, that's enough to really cut down the damage. So it's like, if Piccolo is capable of taking hits from bosses on this level, it's going to be insane. And don't forget that Piccolo, like, we're looking at Piccolo not quite as good as he's going to be once the movie hero characters drop. There's no way Orange Piccolo is not going to come out and be like a Carnival LR or a Dokkan Fest LR or something like that eventually. Well, I don't know. They might just start out as Dokkan Fest TURs, actually. Because I don't know of any new character that's ever dropped in Dokkan that has been like an LR on release. Right. Okay. So this is a very strong turn for Piccolo right here, right? He does link up a little bit better with Krillin. So we're at 248. 248, and he's getting 30% on his super, and then I believe, again, once the guard procs, that's when his damage reduction is up. Piccolo is looking very strong to me, though. I definitely, I want to see more of him before I just immediately stomp my hand down and go, he's better than Raccoon and Goldo, but I think he's up there. A unit that's, like, this is a support type unit, right? Remember, he is giving super class allies 2 key 30% defense baseline. Now, that little support will give him extra stats right there as well. He's looking strong. I think the only 2 things I could say is maybe that passive could jump to 5 turns rather than 3, and then maybe the attack buff he gives super class allies, that could be unconditional. You do not have to fight an extreme class enemy, but at the moment, all of the toughest bosses in the game are extreme class enemies. So let me know what you guys think of this Piccolo. He is very strong, and this is a character that, I mean, he's going to look better once we're able to get a lot of these super powerful links active for him. Like, if he shares, like, 6 out of 7 or 7 out of 7 with, like, Orange Piccolo or Ultimate Piccolo and stuff like that, I mean, we're talking about huge increases, right? Brainiacs is giving 15% attack and defense, right? Namekians down here, right? This is 7% HP regen, 7% attack and defense. And then Gaze of Respect right here. This is 2 key and 10% attack and defense. We didn't have those links activated during this run, right? Like, we get an Orange Piccolo next to him that's activating Gaze of Respect, Brainiacs, and Namekians. Piccolo is getting, what is that, an extra 35% defense between the 3? No, that's 7. Okay, so he's getting 32%. It's 30. He's getting 32% defense from those 3 links right there. Like, that will be helpful for sure. So I like this Piccolo. I think this Piccolo is very good. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.